$1 Dogecoin, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's see if it's possible. In today's video, we're going to just talk about Dogecoin. We're going to break it down. We have been in Dogecoin since under 9 cents. Yes, it's very true. We bought in under 9 cents multiple times, and we bought all the way up until about 12 cents. And we were waiting. We were waiting for this massive run that happened for Dogecoin. But I don't think it's done yet. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why in today's video. I don't think that it's done. So drop a like if you hold any Doge. If you hold one Doge, which is worth 42, almost 43 cents right now, make sure you drop a like. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Dogecoin. What is your plan with Dogecoin, right? We got the news. We have Donald Trump as the next president. We have Elon Musk, who's going to be working with Doge with Donald Trump, but he's also very pro Dogecoin on Twitter. So what are your thoughts on all of that? Today, we're going to break down the charts, not the news, but we all know the news, right? We all know what Dogecoin can do. We obviously see the news about Tesla. You could buy Dogecoin with, you can buy Tesla products with Dogecoin right now, which is pretty cool. So the thing I like about Dogecoin right now, guys, and I'm going to make this screen bigger for you, is this is a daily time frame, okay? And I love that we're making higher highs and higher lows. We are in an uptrend right now. You could see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times, 4 wicks, we have made higher lows. This is a very good sign. Another good sign is we're trading above, excuse me, the 21 EMA, okay? So if I also do this, I could throw on some more EMAs on here, and you'll see that we are also hanging above the, let's take this one off because this always gets tested. But we're also hanging above the 13 EMA. So this is a very good sign, guys, with Dogecoin making these higher lows for these wicks, trading above the EMAs, okay? You can see we haven't really had a candle close below this EMA, positive sign. And you can see the candles are making higher highs. So we have one candle, let's say a couple candles here. We have a higher high here for the candles, and we have a higher high here for the candles. And Dogecoin, in my opinion, is just holding out on us and is about to go much higher, okay? So I'm going to show you some Fibonacci levels in a second on why I think that is. But also you have to understand that when you run up in any cryptos or stocks like this, it's going to take some time to consolidate. But the interesting thing about Dogecoin is it's consolidating in an uptrend, which is pretty cool. So the other thing we want to look at is a stochastic cross on a daily time frame has happened, blue over the red. Now it's happened before and we've had failed rallies and it comes back down. But this is a good sign that we have a blue over the red. You could see every time this happens, we pump, okay? Even here, we pump. And also notice, guys, that we're above the EMAs when this crosses. So this was above the EMA, it crossed and we pumped. This was above the EMAs, it crossed and we pumped. Now let's go over here. This was above the EMA, it crossed and it pumped, okay? This is above both EMAs, we just crossed, are we about to pump, okay? Also looks like a bull flag. I mean, there's so many things I could tell you, but right now Dogecoin looks good. Like it's not showing any signs that it's gonna crash down, right? Above the EMAs, making higher lows, making higher highs. I think we're gonna go higher for Dogecoin. And this is why I still hold Dogecoin. Like if you know my story, if you're part of the Patreon, we've been covering a lot of different cryptos, catching a lot of different runners. But with Dogecoin, I took profit. I started selling. My first sell was at 32 cents. Okay, I had to just hit that. That was the Fibonacci level. So I took a little bit off the table. And then I started selling on the way up. Now, I still hold at least half my, I think 50 to 55% of my Dogecoin from my initial buys down here. I ended up moving some of that, those profits into other altcoins like Litecoin, AVAX, Jasmy, a lot of different ones that have performed very well. So that's what I like to do is it runs up, I take profit. If I believe there's going to be some consolidation or pullbacks, which I believed for Dogecoin, and I roll it into other cryptos. Of course, guys, if you want to learn about my entire crypto portfolio, you want to be a part of our community on Discord, you could join the Patreon. The link is down below. If you pay for the whole year, it's the only discount right now. You get 12% off, right? So Discord's $10 a month. You pay for the whole year. Your total is like $105 and you're riding with us for the next 12 months. And you're going to make a ton of money like other people have in the Discord. I make this very simple to understand. So with Dogecoin right now, guys, I'm looking for the next leg up. Now we got to see, well, what about with Fibonacci levels? Okay, so let's talk about that. And then I do want to talk about one more thing. This higher high right here and the lower high was negative divergence. That's why it sold off. Very short term though. So I like to look more on a weekly. If I see negative divergence forming on weekly time frames, I tend to sell a lot heavier. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's grab a fib. And let's take it from the high point so far, which was 4.8. And let's bring it to the low of about 3.8. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at next. You can see that so far we have, so this bottomed, we ran up, right? And we kind of closed above the 618. I would say this is a candle close, but we wicked to the 786. We wicked multiple times, one right here and twice right here. So we rejected initially the 786 level is acting as strong resistance at 4546. Guys, once we close above the 786, okay, it's off to the races. Dogecoin will move much higher. The 1.618 level is definitely an area you want to look for. You want to start using these Fibonacci levels as points of potentially taking profit. Everyone's plan is different. You have to do what you have to do. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's all my own opinion. But this is kind of what I'm looking for next are these Fibonacci levels. So we got 55. We got the next one at 66. We have the next one at 78, which would be an all-time high, by the way. If we get up to the 3.618 or the 4, this would be an all-time high. And a full Fibonacci retracement would be about 84.85 cents. So now let's pair this with this other Fibonacci over here. All right, so what is this one? This one is from the all-time high. So it's already set up for us. So this is the all-time high down to the low. Okay, you can see, guys, that let me give you an example real quick. When we bounced at 48 cents, this was the 618 level. I always talk about the 618 level as an area of strong resistance. This is why Dogecoin stopped and it pulled back. It dropped from 48 cents all the way to 36 cents. But again, potentially we can go higher, but you want to watch these fib levels next. So the next area I'm really looking for is about 60 cents, okay? Now, the other thing you want to look for is, let's say we start to run and we pass 55 and we get stopped out at 60 because it's the 786 level. Could potentially happen, okay? And the other thing is right here, you see some resistance right at 60 cents. We have a wick right here. So if we don't break this, this could act as strong resistance. This is strong resistance from 56 to 60 because we have two candles right here and we ultimately rejected. So Dogecoin is going to have to put in some work if it wants to break this level. But guys, once we break this and once we close above the 786 level, then I think we could potentially go a lot higher. Okay. The 1.618 level will be about $1.17. Once we break this, and then we have another strong resistance at 75, 76, the all-time high. So again, once all this breaks and we start closing above it, then you can get very excited for Dogecoin going much higher. Now, here's the question is, are we going to push up to the 786 at 60 and then we're going to find resistance and we're going to pull back? Well, here's your answer. If you see negative divergence forming on a weekly time frame, then that's probably a yes, okay, that we're going to experience a pullback at this point. And it's going to be interesting to see where Bitcoin is at because Dogecoin follows Bitcoin perfectly. And then you see a stochastic cross right now. So right now, the blue line is crossing over the red. This does not necessarily mean it's time to sell. We know every time it crosses the red, usually it's sell, right? You sell here. But the thing is, it could be doing something like this. This is probably the most important part of this entire video. Okay, so what it could be doing is, you see this top right here on November 13th, 2023. We topped out. The blue line went under the red. We pulled back for a day, basically. But then a week. The next 2 weeks, we pumped. The blue went almost to the red, but it never broke it, and then it sold off. This was the top. What is Dogecoin doing right now? Okay, so Dogecoin right now, we have the same setup. We have the cross down, just like right here. We have the red candle, just like right here. Okay, the thing is, if my prediction plays out and the bull flag is forming and the higher lows and everything that I'm talking to you guys about, short term, we could run up. We could run up to the next Fibonacci level, which would be about 60 cents. But if this blue line does not cross back above the red line and it fails, it did it here also, right? We crossed down and then we rallied for another 2 weeks. So guys, it literally did it twice. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. We ran up. We have 2 weeks of consolidation, just like this. Boom. We had 2 weeks of consolidation. Boom. We have 2 weeks of consolidation. Is boom next, right? That's the question. So we'll see, guys, but it's all playing out the same. So the blue line, I'm expecting it to curl back up, and then is it going to reject like these 2 points? And then that's when we experience the volatility, right? So I'll be watching this very closely. I will definitely be alerting Patreon members on this every single day. I mean, we talk in the Discord every single day. We make posts every single day. So it's worth it to you to lock it in, join our community. But this is kind of what I'm thinking might play out next, guys. But with that, drop a like. Appreciate you for being here at the end of the day. I hope you have a great one.